press pound.
Hi, Bob Percifield. You know me, Mr. William Montgomery. That's 970-825-4421 or 970-412-5463. Obviously, we have some issues. We don't see eye to eye. I think you're terribly mistaken. Blah, blah, blah. Let's just get to the brass tacks. Okay, so if you actually go through that email itself, the entire chain, if you actually read it, you'll see that Eric Holsapple, the business owner, himself doesn't consider that to be private property out there. He was getting ready to put a minor amendment together and basically thought he could close it off as a temporary safety precaution. So, I'll subpoena Eric if I have to himself. I don't think he's going to say that's private property. Nobody has. So that's a surveyor, that's a engineering department, that's a chief construction inspector, that's a chief planner, Ted Shepard is in there, and that's Eric Holsapple himself. So whatever you guys want to keep thinking that you're allowed to write down that that's 460 South College, private property, that you're going to have some judge rule on that, you're never going to get anywhere. And so this brings me back to my the real point. The real issue here is that email chain that I gave you. If you were to give that entire email chain to Matthew Zahe, the judge who signed off on the warrantless arrest affidavit that one night, Chernax, he was the one who rubber stamped it, obviously. So if you show him that email chain, I think that he deserves to know that. And if you don't show him that email chain, oh boy, you're going to have some sort of really good reason as to why you wouldn't. Because if you go over the police report, my police report mentions that email. The warrantless arrest affidavit doesn't. So if you kind of see what's going on here, Bob, it's called attempting to influence a public servant. It's called falsifying information to authorities. It's called submitting false documents for recording. Your judge, Zahe, rubber stamped something. I don't know how else to break it to you. Your entire team, DA's office, you guys rubber stamped it. It's really sad. It's really funny. I mean, that's why I did it. But anyways, I'm dead serious here, Bob. This is an official request. I need you to give that email to Matthew Zahe. If you don't, I'll write him myself, whatever. I think it would be in your best interests for you to show your own good faith that you're not just a prosecutor, that you're also interested in exonerating people that are innocent. I mean, that's what the whole beginning of the Timothy Masters case talked about, how you guys are supposed to be upholding the rights of the innocent as well as prosecuting the guilty. So, like I said, if you don't want to give that email chain to Mike or to Matthew Zahe, go right ahead. But at this point, this is an official request by me to you for recording purposes that I specifically asked that you exonerate me. And if you want to go ahead and keep pushing some malicious prosecution that's void of actual facts or elements or anything like that, go right ahead. I don't care anymore. I already have enough records of me giving you guys stuff, and I have a lot of audio too. I have a ton of audio surrounding 460. I've got audio of Rob. I've got audio of the dispatch, all thinking that's private property. You guys are totally busted. So, do whatever you can, do whatever you want, clean it up or not. But let's just start with the basics here. I think Matthew Zahe did not get the full picture, and I think his warrantless arrest affidavit was rubber stamped. And now that you know that, and now that you have enough information, I think you have enough to go off of. I think you have every reason to go down to courtroom 1A now and show them that email and say, hey, Matthew, did you, when you signed off on that warrantless arrest affidavit, did you know that this was alleged to be public land? See what I mean, Bob? If you don't do anything, you're just setting yourself up. You're pushing yourself into a corner. I would humbly ask that you possibly consider doing your job and go talk to the other judges now. So, and keep in mind, this is all separate too from the other two cases. Obstruction and resisting. Like you said, this has nothing to do with those cases. So you should be very well within your power to just go talk to Matthew Zahe and just run it by him and be like, hey man, do you really think that the officer would have probable cause here? Because, like I said, man, it's not private property. Sorry to break the news to you, Bob. But yeah, I think your entire team, I think your district attorney's office is compromised. So, good luck to you. Also, too, feel free to give that plat to Matthew Zahe. If you need, I have audio. I can get maps. I can get all sorts of stuff. I mean, I can get into myself. But, I think you guys have the capacity to talk to each other on this one. Right? Right? Because you're interested in exonerating the innocent. Right? Right. Thanks, Bob. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
To send this message, press pound or hang up. To review, press 1. To re-record, press 2. To mark this message sent. Thank you for calling. If you know the extension of the person you want to reach, you may dial it now.